Mockingbird Wish Me Luck is a strikingly vivid and unrelenting poetry collection by Charles Bukowski, first published in 1973. This collection is a direct continuation of the themes Bukowski had explored throughout his career: alienation, love, suffering, disillusionment, and the search for meaning in a chaotic, often indifferent world. Bukowski's poetry in this collection reflects his ongoing battle with the harshness of life, aging, and the fragility of human connections, offering a raw, unflinching view of the world through his eyes. The collection is filled with a sense of the poet's personal weariness, but also a relentless engagement with the realities of existence, all conveyed through his signature voice that is blunt, cynical, and deeply reflective. The title itself, Mockingbird Wish Me Luck, is rich with metaphorical layers. The mockingbird, a creature of song, is often seen as a symbol of beauty and freedom, but here it also represents the contradictions of life, something that can sing sweetly yet is subjected to the brutality of its environment. This duality perfectly captures the central tension in Bukowski's work, the coexistence of beauty and suffering, desire and despair. In this collection, Bukowski turns a critical eye toward the inevitability of aging and the approach of death, both of which loom large over his later work. As Bukowski faced the later stages of his life, he became increasingly introspective about his own mortality. There is a palpable sense of resignation in many of the poems, where the poet reflects on his aging body and mind, yet, paradoxically, he also confronts death with an irreverent defiance, as if daring it to take him. His thoughts on mortality are blunt and unapologetic, with little space for sentimentality or false hope. Bukowski captures the rawness of aging, noting the physical and emotional toll it takes, yet his poems still contain traces of the youthful defiance that defined much of his earlier work. It's as if he refuses to surrender to the inevitability of death without putting up a fight, even as he acknowledges that fight may be futile. Interwoven with his reflections on mortality is Bukowski's perennial theme of love and desire, explored in his usual unvarnished, unromanticized way. In Mockingbird Wish Me Luck, love is not an idealized force that transcends hardship, but rather a complicated and often painful experience. Bukowski's characters, many of whom reflect his own persona, navigate relationships that are fraught with disillusionment, lust, longing, and disappointment. The love Bukowski writes about is always grounded in the physical, in the visceral aspects of intimacy, rather than the idealized version often portrayed in popular culture. His relationships are complex and often tragic, marked by brief, fleeting moments of connection that are quickly overshadowed by emotional turmoil and heartbreak. Bukowski's portrayal of desire is blunt and confrontational, without any romantic gloss or pretense, and the relationships in his poems are often a mixture of passion, bitterness, and frustration. This unsentimental take on love is one of the key features of Bukowski's work, and in Mockingbird Wish Me Luck, it is examined with even greater introspection as he contemplates his own experiences of love and longing. Alongside these themes of aging and love, Bukowski also wrestles with loneliness and alienation, feelings that permeate his work throughout his life. Many of the poems in Mockingbird Wish Me Luck convey a sense of being disconnected from the world, where Bukowski's speaker feels isolated and misunderstood. Despite his often raw and direct interactions with others, there is a pervasive sense of loneliness, an awareness that no matter how much one may try to connect, true understanding or connection is almost always elusive. Bukowski's characters frequently appear to be on the fringes of society, living lives filled with dissatisfaction and struggle. The loneliness in his work is not just social but existential. There is a sense that human beings are fundamentally alone in their experiences, that they cannot ever truly share their innermost selves with others. Another recurring theme in Mockingbird Wish Me Luck is Bukowski's disdain for society and its conventions. Bukowski often critiques modern culture, calling out its superficiality, consumerism, and the emptiness that he sees in the daily grind of life. His poems are filled with contempt for the norms that govern human behavior, and he repeatedly expresses his desire to escape the expectations and restrictions imposed by society. Bukowski's critique of society is not just abstract, it is deeply personal. He reflects on his own struggles to conform, his rejection of conventional career paths, and his unwillingness to compromise his artistic integrity for the sake of social acceptance. This societal critique, though often biting and cynical, is also a vehicle for his celebration of individualism and personal freedom. Bukowski's defiance against the mainstream, his embrace of the outsider's perspective, is a central aspect of his identity as a poet and a person. Bukowski's style in Mockingbird Wish Me Luck is as unpolished and direct as it has always been. His language is simple, often coarse, yet rich with emotional depth. There is no pretension in his poetry, it is as stripped down and honest as possible. Bukowski employs dark humor, vivid imagery, and biting social commentary to expose the raw truths of human existence. His writing has a sense of immediacy, as if he is speaking directly to the reader, sharing his unfiltered thoughts and emotions in the most unvarnished way possible. The poems do not follow any traditional forms, but instead flow with a kind of raw spontaneity, mirroring Bukowski's own unrefined approach to life and art. He avoids metaphor and abstraction in favor of blunt language that conveys exactly what he feels in the moment. This directness, combined with his unflinching honesty, makes his poetry feel visceral and real, drawing readers into his world without any pretense or artifice. In conclusion, Mockingbird Wish Me Luck is a deeply introspective and uncompromising exploration of the human experience. Bukowski's reflections on aging, love, desire, loneliness, and society are as vivid and poignant as ever, offering readers a glimpse into the mind of a man who has seen life in all its ugliness and beauty and refuses to sugarcoat it. The collection serves as a testament to Bukowski's unique voice and his ability to capture the complexities of existence with both dark humor and painful clarity. For those familiar with Bukowski's work, Mockingbird Wish Me Luck represents a continuation of the themes and preoccupations that defined his poetic legacy. For new readers, it offers a powerful introduction to one of the most authentic, fearless, and unflinching voices in modern poetry.